Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughened him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
This is the next search on February 28, 2020. 7:44 p.m. How does the FBI find people? And people is misspelled P-E-O-O-P-L-E. Did the defendant find out how the FBI finds people in this case? Oh, she found out.
Good morning. Good morning. It is so good to see you this morning. Let me just say, I'm all over the place. Just one moment here. We have good breaking news in this manhunt, which can only mean, well, it can mean two things. It can mean two things. Let me go back to where I belong here. There we go. Okay, now I'm better. My camera shows me wearing yesterday's outfit. Hello, camera. That's not working. We're going to switch to this one. That's what I'm wearing today. The camera was tired. The camera was tired yesterday. Apparently, it's still in yesterday's mode.
Heard Ross voice more than my own this week. Thank you, RA.
We'll bring that camera back here in just a minute. But here's what we have. We have breaking news. We have breaking news that the suspect has been captured. Cavalcante is in custody. We're trying to find the audio right now. If somebody could tell me if there's a timestamp on the... I'm sorry. I just woke up. This is my morning face. I'm sorry. I woke up. I was laying in bed, and the sun was streaming on my head, and thought it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. 8:18. We're trying to find the audio here. I want to play for you what went out this morning. Let's see, leading up to this. Just one second.
CP to all units on the perimeter. Stand by for message.
For all units on the perimeter, stand by for message. Here it is.
CP to all units on the perimeter. Subject is in custody. Confirmed. Subject is in custody.
Woo! Yes. Subject is in custody. Confirmed. Subject is in custody. We have some questions we want answered. Oh my goodness. This is incredible news. Give me a minute. We're trying to get all the sources we can put back together, see who's live on the ground. Let's see. I think that one's not current. My goodness. It's been a morning and a half. Holy cow. This is what we've wanted for so many different mornings. This is what we've been hoping for the families, for the victims, for the whole area in PA. And what we want to know is where he's been captured. Presser at 9. There's a press. So half an hour until a press conference. It's gonna be awesome. Hopefully get some answer. Hopefully they just open up and share. Sorry, I'm not sure why that's on the screen. We'll make that go away. Where's the subject in custody? Eyebrows, says Kitty. Oh, I don't know. We can't do the eyebrows anymore. They're just not sticky anymore. Man, this is crazy. JLR left. He had an early flight out. Oh, he has been kicking it. My son brought me some water. Oh, this is beautiful. My burner phone blew up, literally. I woke up and I was laying here. I woke up just before this happened, and I'm laying in bed. The sun was shining on my head through my window. The way it works, the bed's situated so when the sun comes up, I get a blast of good morning sunshine. And it just felt good. It felt like it was a great morning. And I'm like, hey, this is going to be a good thing. Let's see if we can get some video here. I'm sure we're going to have right now, if we don't already, we're going to have some planes in the air and helicopters over the scene. We have right now one. We're going to bring that up and bring me in the corner. I'm going to be right there. Let me fix my camera too. Okay, we got to hear it on the scanner. Says Warrior Woman. Yes, we're going to just star this and replay this over and over. It's amazing. It's beautiful. This is the call that came in. It's got 93 stars on it. 8:16:28 this morning. The first call came out was this one.
CP to all units on the perimeter. Stand by for message.
TRF was live, and I heard it in real-time action. That is amazing, Ayden. That is just awesome. I am just...
CP to all units on the perimeter. Subject is in custody. Confirmed subject is in custody.
We're going to download that one really quickly. Let's see if there are some calls that went out to other agencies.
Yeah, it's right Apple 6. The caller advisor has been going on for 2 or 3 days.
It's a different one.
If it wants to, I'm going to pay you on 15.9 to check in and see for the park point.
15. 6 Police, can you clear from that radical beyond the traffic stop, please?
They've got officers crawling all over this area that are now headed back to their cars. There's going to be probably a mass exodus, as well as a huge... Let's see. Sunshine Sarah says, just got a message from 911 on my phone from Chester County confirming that and asking a receipt. It was a text confirming that he's in custody. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. Elizabeth says, I'm in North Carolina and I'm so relieved. Press conference at 9. We're going to watch for that. I'm looking. Is that going to be at Chester County again, or is that going to be? Let's see who's going to carry that one. I want to pull up a couple sources. Let's see the state. I'm sure they just tweeted that out, the PIO. So we're going to look through for him. Sorry, I need to charge this. There we go. Now we're charging. All right. Just now, this posted. It doesn't even have a minute old. Looking on Facebook, PA State Police say a press conference announcing the capture of Danelo Cavalcante is scheduled for 9:30 a.m. at the App Marlin Fire Company. I think App Marlin was spelled wrong, but App Marlin Fire Company, 36 Firehouse Drive in Kennett Square. We're going to give that a big like and share that one. Okay, and this is the best news. Also, going back, let's see if Chester County.
Thank you so very much for everything this week.
Thank you. They have him in a field in custody. It looks like they got him in a field. It was an open area capture, which is just good. All right, we're gonna see if we can get some video. If you guys are seeing something around, I think Action News is in the air. Let me zoom out here and see if somebody else is headed this way. I bet they are. Let's see, we've got a chopper down here. This one is Skyforce 10. That might be headed in this direction. We're probably not going to have state assets in the air right now. So I would be surprised if we have additional. Well, this guy, even the state plane is leaving. Check this out. This is the area they found him. We're going to zoom in, and this is the same area where they said they thought they heard gunshots.
I was kicked back, taking it easy.
Let's see. Fox 29 is showing him. Let me see if we've got a video we can bring you from that angle. Search.
Is that correct?
Fox 29. Let's see.
Don't miss the forest
from the trees.
I'm not seeing them live, but they have video where they're explaining that he was in custody. This is I don't know if we'll get any video of this, but the fact that we have confirmation from the officers is what we're looking for. We're going to set up to get ready to bring you that press conference because finally they're going to have no reason to hold back answers really, unless there's investigation into people who are assisting in some way. Sorry, the sound effects are going. I'm going to leave them up. It's a party right now. It's a celebration. Everyone's saying I want to see him in handcuffs. We're going to see that picture. We're going to get that here soon. Where am I? I'm just, holy cow. Looking for any more communications on the patch channel to see what they're talking about. And I think it's just, like hot mic moments where people are bumping the...
I heard it live on the scanner when he was captured and I started clapping and screaming yes. Can we party now? Information desk woman tipping her hand with medium light skin tone.
Let me turn on, we have the voice. The voice is going. I'm going to turn on the party sound.
Correct?
Well, I don't think I will because it takes a bunch of setup. I will push the party sounds. We're gonna party. we're going to party a little bit. Thank you very much, Ray, for sharing that, hearing it live on the scanner. That must have been absolutely amazing. I'm glad I get to join you now. Here we go with the live. Just one second. I'm getting the links here. Thank you for all the things that have been sent this way as far as information goes. The live view.
For the past couple of days. So it looks like now they're trying to figure out what to do next or what they're going to do with him, what vehicle they're going to...
Okay, so there is a news story here. I'm going to rewind this and show you.
They captured him on my birthday party popper.
Whose birthday is that? Let's see, just one second. Sorry, guys. We're getting the feeds for you. It just takes a second to move everything where it belongs. Action News does not have it yet. Let me blow this one up just a little bit. So channel 3, you guys see this right here? Nope, that goes black. Let's go right here. 3, right there. This is what we're looking at right now. Fox is showing video, showing him in custody. Look at this dude. He looks much dirtier. He is wearing those boots, walking through, being escorted to custody. A high custody vehicle. Look at this. This is like a bulletproof. This is like a bulletproof vehicle. Michael Hansen, thank you so much for the super chat.
Champagne glasses, way to go, everyone.
We're going to have the voice a little bit quieter because we're trying to still grab some information news. Dinah 420, thank you so much as well. This is just a reason to celebrate. Kids can go back to school. Running trails are back, says Lady and Ray. Beaumouth Monkey, he's limping. Let's see, he's limping. He's been put in the back of a Bearcat. This is an armored vehicle carrier. Now that he is in custody, and I'm just checking here. I don't see any signs of injury. They're searching him right now. He's gonna have some people there with him. Look at that. So much. They're searching. They're cutting his shirt off him. They don't want him to have anything. This is incredible. They want to make sure that there's nothing on him that could be a problem, and also want to make sure he's that green hoodie. Was that the green hoodie? It's not the green hoodie. It's a different color. I think they have the hoodie. Those are medical shears. They're special scissors that have a rounded tip, so it's very low chance of. Look, you've got a guy with a rifle right there next to the door. That looks like a hunting rifle, long sniping scope. It's a sniper. Okay, they're checking his wrists. They're double locking the cuffs.
Scanner clip. Dispatcher yells.
Okay, so they've got him in custody. They're taking pictures of him to see if there's an injury. They've got to take a picture. And we're listening to scanner as well. Just one second here.
67 Tommy, 7 much fast. 17 David 25, your message.
2 minutes, probably going to be shut down for a little bit. At least they got a lot of vehicles that need to come out.
Thanks, RA. Great coverage.
Buttercup, thank you very much for the super chat.
Is fighting me for the laptop. She's happy barking for the capture. I'll have to keep an eye on my credit card today. She asked if she can bite him just once.
Okay, he is being completely surrounded. He's down to his skivvies. They want to make sure he doesn't have anything in there that could be a problem. That's where it's going to stop. And I think they're going to take those boots back as well. He's not going to get this. Let's see. I need to go back to Super Source. Let's do a 2-box. It's $3. Okay. So he's being secured in the vehicle right there. That vehicle, we are told that the vehicle is going to take him directly to a prison, not to a jail, not to a holding cell, not to an intermediate place, but directly to his new home. We're going to see if that's actually what happens now that he's in custody, or if that was just the thought beginning with this. They're probably going to follow this vehicle wherever it goes. We're going to track that from the air. That's my guess. Sandy, welcome to the gallery. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you coming with the continued support on the channel. KH in South Carolina, yes, thank you. They caught him on my anniversary. Woohoo! KH, thank you very much. Speaking of rifle, did they recover the one he stole? Or is it loose firearm out there somewhere? We'll find out. Tactical Bite. That's going to be one of the questions they might ask here at the press conference. Zooming out there, that's the view. That's the command center where they've ushered him back to. Oh, look, it's probably the tractors. What's the tractor store? It looks like a John Deere supplier from the color of the tractors, and the roads are just packed. It's so crowded. It looks like he did have a tattoo there. That looked like a tattoo. Well done to these troopers. I'm so glad they found him. I'm so glad. I said last night the best thing that could happen tomorrow morning is waking up to him being captured, and we got our wish. The officer had the stolen Ruger rifle. Let's see who's.
Nice meeting you and looking forward to seeing what else you have going on here.
Sure.
When there's not a manhunt in my backyard.
Okay, hold on just one second.
To send a voice.
Is this Sean?
Woohoo. Happy
No, it's Chuck.
Chuck, we talked the other day. Pennsylvania News.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you live?
We're live. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you're live. What's going through your head?
Yeah, they got him. I'm waiting for Johnny Blackhawk, and we're gonna go into the woods where they caught him.
Wow, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to hear how this actually went down, and hear from the press conference. Really, a few answers. Some of the answers that they haven't been given before because it was part of the investigation. I think a lot of those will be freed up, and so they'll be able to talk freely about that. There are probably still some aspects that are under investigation that they won't have prepared for the press conference, but I'm excited. You're not going to the press conference then?
No, we're going to honestly go and film where they got him. Also, I didn't hear if they found that .22 rifle.
Well,
do you have any information on that?
We had a comment in chat saying that rifle that the SWAT was carrying, first of all, it had a wooden stock. So I think they have literally the gun that he was carrying, and it was a .22 long rifle. It did have a long scope. I did not see a flashlight attachment unless it was on the side of the scope, but he might have stolen a flashlight with the .22 rifle and scope. So that could be it, because it was not the gun that was that they were carrying there next to him in custody was not the type that our special forces teams and our SWAT teams carry.
Yeah, they use ARs and everything.
Yeah, they're going to use something with a synthetic stock generally because it's lighter weight to carry over a longer time than a wooden stock. It just didn't look right, so that would make sense that they have the gun out of there as well. So no firearms just laying in the woods for someone to stumble over.
I'm still shocked that he walked out alive. I thought he was coming out in a body bag.
Well, it just goes to show that he wanted to get away pretty badly, but he wanted to stay alive even worse.
Correct.
So what restraint by the officers? I mean, after all this, knowing that he's armed, to be able to hold their fire literally when with a flinch or a sudden movement, he could turn a weapon on them. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job because, like I said, he had that .22 rifle, and the cops were probably a little concerned about that, and they held their fire, and they got him.
Yeah, just amazing. Are you going to stream any of the video you're going to be taking this morning?
Yeah, I'm going to go live when I get there.
All right. What's the channel that'll be on?
At Pennsylvania News, period. All one word.
At Pennsylvania News. Do I have permission to use that when you go live, or to shout it out, share it? Okay. Thank you very much. We'll watch for that as it comes on. Thank you very much. Appreciate the heads up, and good luck today.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, we did hear it live on Scanner. I'm gonna keep listening to just the sound bites from the search area here. As the teams are all extracting. I'm seeing some fist bumps down there, and I think well deserved from the pressure and time these guys have put in.
25 Sand 3 to command.
Sorry, there's Princess Buttercup does the smiling pile of poo just for DC. Rough. Yes, thank you, Princess Buttercup. Appreciate that. Beverly Field says, I'm so glad they kept him alive. He needs to pay for what he's done to everybody. Long, hard time. Selena K, fantastic day to be here on this fantastic channel. Thank you, Selena. Let's see, we've got lots of tweets coming in. Looks like we have some footage, possibly. Let's see, they got him. He's been captured. Looks like it was in a field. More trees. There's some trees there, but thermometry may have been involved. We're going to check and see if that image pans out that's being shared right now. Definitely have him in custody. Didn't shave his head. Never shaved his head, but does definitely look baby-faced. Let's see. Couple channels are sharing some still images from thermal that would have to have come from the police, and I'm not seeing it come from the police yet. So either they were leaked, or something else. Let's see. They waited till he fell asleep. They waited till he fell asleep. That would be one way to catch him, and they probably woke him up with a click of cuffs around his wrist or face down in the mud. I don't know. I'm not seeing Nick up yet. He may be asleep, but. It's sad. He put in so much work for this. They're right there. The little Tractor Supply. All the crazy stuff happened overnight. How far away from this Tractor Supply location? I mean, how far did they march him out of the woods to get here? That's what I'm wondering. Angie, thank you very much. This is Nick was on at 4 a.m. Nick tweeted, so sounds like Nick is up. Let's see if we've got a tweet from Nick. All right, 23 minutes ago, breaking. Police say he's in custody. That was amazing. I'm gonna heart and share that one. Appreciate Nick for all he did, being up there on the scene. He's literally past couple days he's lived there. He lived in his car, which is not comfortable or fun either. Okay, so we're going to try to find the press conference. I think it'll be aired on this channel. Going back to the aerial image, if we can. Party face with a party horn. Everyone can get some confetti. So happy. We're going back to the Zoom here. This is let's see, where'd we end up? We lost the plane. I think it's gone up to land in Reading. Where are we at? There's Reading.
I've been watching your channel for days from Illinois. You're so polite, professional, and humble. Love your dedication and work. Hands with medium dark skin tone raised in celebration. Hands with medium dark
there we
skin
go.
tone raised in celebration.
We had Amber C. Amber C, thankful for all your hard work and coverage. Thank you very much. Beverly Fields, thank you for the kind words as well. We're just celebrating today that they caught him. They caught him by the silos. We're going to try to zoom out here. I'm lost on the map. I'm just... give me a second to find where to orient myself. Okay, here we go. Sky 10 News is on the way. It's going to be over in just a second. We've got Action News right here. The area, they said they caught him by the silos. Let's take a quick look here and see what silos are nearby. I think this building right here, this is the building, the tractor store, the John Deere store. We'll zoom out and see what silos we can see. This is right where we heard the report of gunshots. The night before, the officer said they thought they heard gunshots. I'm not seeing silos here, although they may have transported him a ways back to this location.
This adventure introduced me to your fabulous channel. New fan.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to get a little more information from the scene. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. The way it went down this morning was quick. Just the breaking news that came in. We're gonna play that over and over because it's just a reason to celebrate.
Great coverage, RA. You need to have a big breakfast and a long nap. Thank you for keeping us up to date through all of this.
CP to all units on the perimeter. Stand by for message.
That's the command center for all units on the perimeter, and this is the call that went out.
CP to all units on the perimeter. Subject is in custody. Confirmed. Subject is in custody.
Man, that is the best news ever. Right there.
Great morning.
Somewhere in this area. So we're for those that are not familiar with the area we're looking at, this is going to be just.
I have been here 5 months today. Party popper confetti ball.
5 months today. That's awesome. Nurse for God, thank you very much.
The community can rest easy, knowing he is in custody, hands pressed together. Thanks,
Laurie.
for your coverage.
Laurie, thank you.
RA, we appreciate you. Here's to 40K and more.
Let's see. I know early this morning they were stalking a thermal image in the woods, and they were pushing extremely hard. They were telling all the perimeter officers to get ready. Well, let's go back to see if we can find that audio. If you got a timestamp on any of that, if somebody can share it with me. 10 o'clock, 2 silos against the building, says Erica Reynolds. Let's look at the map here. 10 o'clock position, 2 silos. Right here. Oh, wow. On some private property, they caught him up here near the silos. So it must have been in this brush somewhere. Near the silos. So it may possibly in this field here. And it has enough breaks in the tree coverage, they might have good thermal image from that. But the location, we're right on Pottstown Road, or Pottstown Parkway. So if you come straight down out of Buckton from off of 23, it'll go right down.
Brandy introduced me to you. I will keep watching you. You're the best.
Thank you for the kind words. Silos northwest from Little's, Recovery Addict says our pro. Pan up and left slightly. Just zooming out here just a tiny bit. Let me go ahead and turn on the cameras one more time. This is where he's in custody. They put him in a vehicle right now. This is the old video.
Heat signature. About 1 a.m.
I wonder if they've got a translator for him. Okay, what I want to show you is in this image somewhere, there's an officer that's carrying a rifle with a wooden stock and a long scope on it. I initially thought it was a sniper, but on second thought, they don't carry those types of guns. See if there it is. He's right behind. See the guy carrying the gun right behind him, just almost 12 o'clock above him, 2 people away. That appears to be the rifle he had. It doesn't look like a short barrel. It looks like a standard size. The grip is shortened. It's a short stock, so it's like a pistol grip or a converted rifle into a pistol grip, possibly. But a good long scope on that one. The picture in the top left corner is the live picture of the vehicle, lights blazing, taking him to his new home. A mag light. It was a mag light duct tape to it. You see, that's a. It's an interesting setup. His shoes look really big for him, says Trudy Martin. They're not his shoes. That could be why. All right, I'm getting some.
For your subs. This is becoming my favorite channel. Hump Day Train, one hump camel, let's get it going.
Hump Day Camel. Oh my goodness! Can I do that, you guys? For those who are new here, please forgive me.
And confetti.
This is Wednesday, and Wednesday we have a tradition of playing a couple sound effects, and I think it's very appropriate, especially. This is going to be rough. I'm not sure. This might be the worst one ever, but we've got some sound effects we have to play. And if you're listening to earphones, you might want to turn it down or take them off your ears for just a minute because this has to happen.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Guess what today is?
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day! Welcome to Wednesday. We got him. He's in custody. The fugitive is currently riding to his forever home. There was whatever was left of my voice is now gone. It is Hump Day. It is Wednesday. It is Capture Day. I think we're going to rename it to Capture Day today. Is there any other Manhunt currently active? Not sure how to go about my life after these days. I'm addicted. Did he just give up? I think we're going to get some information from the press conference. It's going to happen in half an hour, and we're going to get that feed up and available for you. But we're hearing rumored that they caught him. They waited till he was asleep, that they basically monitored him until he was bedded down, and then moved in when he stopped moving and showed he was asleep. And they probably were right on top of him, literally, before he woke up. This guy's exhausted. It was a rough Hump Day. It was a rough Hump Day yell. I'd give that about a 3 out of 10 on the scale. We usually do rate them. That was a poor one. They're usually better. Lisa, thank you very much. Kathy Griffith thank you for the hard work and for the subs. Favorite channel, coming favorite channel. Nancy Mammy Day, thank you very much as well. Future, now Deborah's family in the community can rest easy knowing he's in custody. Thanks for your coverage, RA. We appreciate you. Here's the 40,000 K and more. Thank you very much. I will say, I can't. I made a decision a long time ago that not to share GoFundMe links on this channel because of some problems it raises on the channel. It's hard to explain what that is, but I would encourage you, if you are thinking about the kids in this situation, the 2 children that witnessed this, that are now without their mom. They do have a.
Joined in the last week.
They are.
Face with wide open eyes and flushed cheeks. Face with wide open eyes and flushed cheeks. Face with wide open eyes.
Okay, we're going to turn this down just for a second. There's a lot of emojis in there. Those kids, they are, with a new custodial parent, but things are hard and there are challenges set up there. There was a GoFundMe set up. I'm not going to share the link in here. And honestly, I would ask you that if you choose to donate to something, to a GoFundMe, I ask you to do your own research, make sure you feel comfortable with where the funds are going and the purpose it's for. And if that's a way you can celebrate or help the family for that, we'd appreciate it. That would be something I would encourage, but I can't share the link here. I do apologize. Let's see. Can we all go out to breakfast? Any seating for 10,000 people? IHOP. Can we make a reservation at IHOP? Tell them to warm up those grills. The 25,000 they offered should go to that family. I think that the community and all of us in general can do a little bit more than the $25,000 for the family. Honestly, when you look at how many people have become aware of this story. But I will ask to just ask you vet your own sources for the donations. Make sure that it's okay. A lot of times the news has some resources that I don't have, and they might be able to share a GoFundMe or something. So watch the local news as well. This will definitely be covered on that, especially with the press conference, and just be aware of that. My husband will be so happy my manhunting is over, says Lynn in South Carolina. Channel 3 is following. He had on an Eagles hoodie. Not just interesting. Somebody's missing their Eagles hoodie, and they're seeing it right now. As it got cut off from the fugitive. They watched him till he fell asleep. The hills have eyes, says Prima Victoria. They're chasing the heat signature around 1 a.m. or so, surrounded it as they staged teams to the woods. When they located something, they pushed from the inside out. 1 a.m. Let me see if I can go back and listen to some audio. Let's see, just patch 6.5. Let's see. We just want patch 651. We're gonna filter this out and just go back and listen to 65161. So we can just follow the events as it happened on the scene. Okay, you said 1 a.m. Let's go back to. Let's see, we've got 79 here. Let's listen to this one.
All units operating prior on Potsdam Pike, the EA had to break off the drone. Last known heat signature was along the Beaver Run Creek in your general area. Once again, last known heat signature was in the area of Beaver Run Creek in your general area.
Beaver Run Creek. Let's see, that's the French Creek. I think Beaver Run's a little closer. So that was, I think Beaver Run's right there. Beaver Run Creek runs down along Potsdam Pike. So very close to the area where they caught him. Listening to some other audio from that, let's see, back at 1:16, 1 a.m. There we go.
All right, go north a little bit to Littles and set off on the side of that. The heat signature is kind of in that little northeast corner going towards 2501. We'll reposition you with it's clear. United 1398, 171232, about 25 meters southeast of 2501. There's a wood line with the heat signature. So possibly still heading your way.
That is awesome news. Let me see if this is working now. Nope. Camera 6 is not working. We're going to try to bring this in over here. Camera 6 is live right here. That's the live view of the vehicle with the captured fugitive headed back to his forever home. He was in a chipper box, they said. That's a dangerous place to hide. We are so close to hitting 40K. It's unbelievable. Let's see. Did he get maced, wiping his face? Possibly. I wonder if that's. We'll find out a little bit. Give me just a second to see. We're 8 people away from 40,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, guys. This has been a crazy ride. You guys are amazing. I bet Netflix would do something about this for the series. So glad, says Momo Shark. I'm exhausted. I think we can all, as soon as this press conference is over, here's what we're going to do. Text me your boss's number. I'll make a call. I'll make sure you get the day off paid. Don't worry about it. And we're all going to take the day off, and we're just going to go to bed. Thank you, Mrs. Ari. She came in. She says, 40,000. Thank you. We hit the 40,000 mark. It's press conference time. Not quite yet. We're waiting for we're told it's 9:30 is the press conference, not 9 o'clock. Unless you see something happening, let me know. Let's see if Chester County is going to carry this as well. Chester County Attorney General. Or District Attorney, sorry, that's where we're going. District Attorney. Let's see, they are saying that the press conference will be live here on this channel. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. And it's 9:30. They're confirming 9:30 is the press conference. So there was some original news that it was 9 o'clock. That's apparently not accurate here. Selena K gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Selena. We also have Lynn. Lynn, I'm going to try to pronounce your name. De Bonaventura. That's my first and final answer. Lynn, welcome to the gallery. Thank you very much. Good to have you here as well. Danny Austin, congratulations on 40K. Recovery Addict, big love for myself and Lost Souls Paranormal. Hope you two are doing great. It's been wonderful to share this journey with you two. I appreciate you. You're a little favorite little lovebirds in chat. You know that. Bug Dugger gifted 5 Recovery Addict memberships. Thank you very much. Be Kind Tiger, also 10 memberships. Welcome to all the new people that are getting memberships. Island Thrifts as well. Tops off with another one there. Thank you very much. Lee says congrats on 40K and Mrs. R.A. and Mrs. R.A. It's time for a party. I think it's time for date night. I think we're gonna do a daytime date with Mrs. R.A. at some point today. We'll see. I need this camera working. Hopefully it works. Hey. Wow, good job. Yeah. That's awesome. Let's see, a chipper box. I think it was a wood chipper. Yes, watch for the local news. Here's what I'll say. It doesn't take much to find the GoFundMes that are set up for Deborah's children. I just can't share the link directly. If you want to do that, and you can search that on the GoFundMe, it's pretty easy to find. Just make sure you vet it yourself. I can't directly share the links to GoFundMes. It presents some unique challenges that are a little bit difficult to explain. Night 821, thank you, welcome. So glad he's caught. Were you up all night? No, Mike, I slept like a baby. I really did. I went to bed and lay down. I was optimistic that this would happen, but last night it just got quiet. There was nothing happening. Looking at the scanner, we're gonna go back and play while we're waiting for the press conference, just the audio that happened, starting from about 1 a.m. About 1 a.m. We're gonna just cycle this through.
Can you both report to 1333 Prizer, 1333 Prizer? We have a male subject on the north side of that wood line. Correction, a heat signature on the north side of the wood line. Going into the woods. We're going to put you south of it. Address is 1333 Prizer.
1333, so he's on the move at 1 o'clock.
You make a left off Prizer going northbound on 100. It should be the first residence on the right.
Melissa, welcome to the gallery. Thank you so much. We're going to be listening to this audio as we probably get right all the way to the press conference.
51390, copy.
17 Paul 32. Myself and D25 are at 133. Roger.
Copy, 17 Paul 32. You guys are assigned directly to the call. 17 Paul 32. And 93 King 98, they do still have a heat signature in that wooded section. It'll be north of 1333 going towards 2501. 93 copy. Unit 17 David 25. Can you go a little farther down Prizer towards the wind farm? Looks like 1401. We'll set up there.
Copy.
Units on Prizer. Heat signature was about 100 yards south of the silos, possibly headed directly into 17 Pole 32 and King 98's location.
17 David 25, I'm going to be out.
Unit 17 David 25, copy in position at 1401 Prizer. Unit 93 King 98, 17 Pole 32, about 25 meters southeast of 2501. There's a wood line with the heat signature. So, possibly still heading your way.
Still heading your way. This guy
King
has no clue.
All the way back at the driveway at the house.
He has no clue that they're in the woods.
Copy that. You're back at the driveway of the house. 826 Fall 28.
Thank you, Ash. 6 months.
826 Fall 28. Unit 17 Paul 35. You're at Prizer on 100, correct? 17 Paul 35, that's correct.
Dale, thank you very so
go
much.
north a little bit to Little's and set up on the side of that. The heat signature is kind of in that little northeast corner going towards 2501. We'll reposition you with it's clear.
Okay, en route for Little's.
17 King 39. You need another unit to head that way. 17 39. Just stay off north for now. If you're not going to. Okay.
17 Paul 35, I'm in the front of Little's.
Copy that. Key signature is still going east of the silos. So if you can go in and try and get behind it on the northeast corner.
35, okay.
Units along Prizer and Potsdam, they're trying to push the heat signature south. They're trying to push it down. All units of Prizer and Potsdam, heat signatures are going to be trying to push it towards you. So once again, use caution. They're trying to push the heat signature towards you.
So they're basically trying to let him know he's there and make him move.
Just be advised, there's 5 units on foot at 1333.
All units on Prizer and Potsdam do not enter the wood line. They're pushing them south towards you. They're pushing the heat signature south towards you. Do not enter the wood line. Unit 17 Paul 32, to copy direct. Do not enter the wood line. Unit 17 Paul 35, 17 Paul 35. They're pushing your way. Make sure you're in position on the north side of Little's if you can get there.
We're going to catch the press conference. Trust me, we're going to get that here. Don't worry.
Okay.
It has not started yet. We're listening to the audio from 1 o'clock on.
17 Paul 32. If you guys want to go on opposite ends of the residence, let's stay next to it. That's fine.
They orchestrated this thing perfectly.
Copy. Copy. 17 Paul 35, due east of Little's, directly in the woods is where they're kind of pushing.
He is not going to the same
East of
person.
Little's.
Okay.
17 David 25.
25.
We're going to move you back a little in Prizer towards Pottstown Pike. If you can position yourself along that pond between 1333 and Pottstown Pike.
Copy.
17 King 39. If you want to start heading down, go where your unit is at Little's and try and go to the south.
We are replaying the video.
Position yourself
We're
there.
seeing it now.
We're trying to create a little wall.
Okay, I'm a minute out.
Copy that.
All right, 25 will be there.
Copy that. We're trying to create a perimeter on the Prizer Pottstown Pike side. They're still trying to push it south and east.
This is him being put into the Bearcat. That's now
like
in the bottom right
We're trying to
corner.
go to the south side of Little's, but be flexible if we need to move you a little farther south.
Okay, I'm here now.
They're literally
Copy,
just
all
watching
right.
him from the sky.
17 David 25. You're in a good position right there.
Careful.
17 King 39. Your GPS is currently putting you in a good position. Just hold there.
10-4.
All units in current location, just hold your positions. We haven't got an update on the heat signature yet. All units on the perimeter of Prizer and Pottstown Pike are starting to make a push. Be prepared. starting to make a push.
That was at 1:30.
310 copy.
All units operating prior on Pottstown Pike, the EA had to break off the drone. Last known heat signature was along the Beaver Run Creek in your general area. Once again, last known heat signature was in the area of Beaver Run Creek in your general area.
So it was drones that were monitoring from the sky with thermal cameras.
17 Paul 32 and 93 King 98. Looks like they're pushing from east to west. They just crossed Beaver Creek. So we're going to be pushing towards you to the north.
Copy.
Units at Prizer and Pottstown tax unit just crossed the creek, still pushing west.
Copy.
All the news choppers are headed to Westchester right now. Probably following a...
We're in the area of Prizer Ave call. We're available if needed.
The road right along here where he's
All right,
driving.
if you want to set up where 117 is, 62 is, and just take a position there and just keep that boundary.
We're going to follow, see which prison he goes to here, because they're going to follow him all the way there.
10-4.
17 David 25. You guys have an idea where the heat image is?
Negative, no air assets in the road. Last was on Beaver Creek, just to the west of the bank. Assets are in the woods pushing, but we don't have any air assets just now while the storm's overhead.
Copy that. Probably about 100 yards out south, or correction, north of me. There's a light. I can't tell what it is. I don't know if it's anybody friendly in there or not. But it's staying in one area. It lights up, disappears, lights up again. So it disappeared now.
Okay, if it's due north of you, just on the other side of that pond, it's going to be one of the assets.
Copy that.
So they're...
All units on the inner perimeter, they're requesting lights be deactivated. Lights be deactivated.
Lights be deactivated. That means they're using infrared.
67 Paul 30, your relief has been dispatched. It's going to be a trooper. Okay.
We did the hump day call. It was a rough one.
At 1333, just be advised, assets are just north of you, still on the wood line.
17 Paul 32, repeat.
The assets are sweeping in the wood line just north of you, just north of the house.
Copy. Got a car alarm going on north of us.
Which unit and where?
17 David 25, just north of us. Stop.
11739. That was in the parking lot of the John Deere. I believe it was accidental.
Alright, copy. It was in the parking lot of John Deere. 817 Paul 35. Just want to confirm that vehicle is in the parking lot where you're located, and it is secured.
35, I didn't hear it on the front of the building. It must be to the rear.
Copy that on the front of the building. Well, thank you.
We're now up to 2:15 a.m. Re-listening to the audio from last night.
Copy that.
17 David 25.
17 David 25.
Yeah, that light I was talking about earlier, it's still the same location, kind of hovering. It's actually supposed to be red now. I don't know if it's still one of our assets or not.
Okay, is that just due north of that pond?
I'm kind of at the corner here of Prizer and 100. It's due north of me, maybe about 50 yards into the tree line, it looks like.
Copy that.
The drone's just about right over it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The drone looks like it's just about right over it.
We're going to play through. I'll tell you the timestamps as things develop here.
The lights from the Sheriff's Department's Pickles.
We're about 2:24 a.m. right now.
Last report.
We have a sheriff's car here with its running lights on, showing red, so that might be what D25's saying. We have the drone right overhead us.
Where last?
The drone is right over us. We're beside a sheriff's car that has his running lights on. Red could be the light D25 is saying.
Okay, but the sheriff's car should be northwest of the pond. I think he was reporting the light northeast of the pond going towards Littles.
That's correct. It's in a tree line. The drone is now to the west of it.
This incident command
All right,
control
so
is
the
amazing.
flashlight was in the tree line northeast of the pond. Turns now west of it.
Yeah, 10-4. It's got to go a little bit east.
All right, let us know if it's going in the right direction, and we'll move it over it. In 93298, I just want to confirm that is not over you or your vehicle, correct?
It's close proximity, but not directly above us.
SOS, thank you very much for the super chat.
1232 to D25. 17 Paul 32, go ahead.
I understand from the running lights, see if that fuels with D25 is hit.
Okay, you're saying the running lights are hitting the slope?
Yeah, 32. I believe you were probably correct. It's the lights are not visible now.
110 Paul 32. It's going to be the K car. Running lights. I just blocked out the light. It should be back on now.
Yeah, back on now so we can see it.
We're following the choppers. That's following the
Maybe in the sheriff's vehicle run lights.
the Bearcat that's headed to the prison. That'll show us which prison he's
I don't
headed
know if you
to.
can see anything with the drone, but again, the drone's like way over it.
I'm no longer blocking the lights.
Oh, they brought the heat.
Okay.
They brought the heat signature for sure.
CP to 82, Paul Robert 5. Command post to 82, Paul Robert 5.
82 Paul Robert 5.
I just want to confirm you're on Prizer Road between the North Coventry Car and Wind Farm Lane, correct?
Stand by.
17 David 25. Be advised, my vehicle's unmarked. It'll be a Ford SUV.
Command post units operating on perimeter in the area of Prizer. We have a helicopter en route. Be on site momentarily.
I'll be right. 17 David 25. Did anybody else on Prizer? You guys hear that noise a second ago? Sounded like possibly a low caliber drug fire.
So it sounded like a gunshot.
Copy. 2 units heard a low caliber discharge. 17 David 25. Just want to confirm. 2 units heard a low caliber discharge.
That's what we believe it sounded like. Came from the west of us.
Okay, came from the west of you. Just want to confirm you're on Prizer Road, just down at the end of the driveway, 1330.
That is correct.
17 Paul 32 came from the east, in between myself and D25.
In 82 Paul Robert 5, you're in that area on Prizer. Did you hear anything in direction?
Sassy Patty, thank you.
82 Paul Robert 5, 10-4. We heard the noise to our west between 1401 and 1451 on Prizer.
Okay, so between 1401 of Prizer and 1451 Wind Farm?
17 Paul 32. Now with DSP. He said he moved the branch. I don't know if that was it.
Wait, you to repeat your last.
Trooper just moved the big branch. Unsure if that's what it was.
Which unit, can you repeat your last report?
Now with the trooper who just moved the branch, it may have been that.
Copy. Trooper possibly moved the branch, possibly the cause of the noise.
17 David 25. Just check with troopers further down on the road. Apparently it was a walnut falling out of a tree hitting the roof of a car.
Walnut.
Affirmative, we are checking with that. Any unit that's on a hardtop, Prizer, Pottstown Pike, please turn on your overheads. Please turn on your overheads. All units on Prizer Road have your headlights on. Starts requesting you turn your headlights on if you're on Prizer Road. Once again, all units along Prizer Road, please turn on your vehicle lights, headlights as well.
Mary Mac, thank you very much.
32, do you want the headlights on at 133?
It's a day to celebrate. Oh, my kids
Negative.
brought me
If you're
breakfast.
not on Prizer, leave your lights off. If you're on Prizer, turn your lights on. The ones at the residence, keep them off. Units on Pottstown Pike. Units on Pottstown Pike, also turn your lights on. Units on Pottstown Pike, turn your lights on. In 17 Paul 35, if your vehicle is on Littles, keep them off.
35 copy. 82 Paul Robert 5.
82 Paul Robert 5.
Our location is west of the Coventryville car, directly across from Winslow Farm. on Prizer.
Copy it. Keep your position there. If you're on the Prizer, turn on your headlights and your car lights.
10-4.
We're following the choppers as they're heading straight to the prison. We're also going to be watching for the press conference. As soon as that pops up, we'll bring that to you as well. The audio. We're at 337 now.
Just 170 unit, go ahead.
17 Paul 35. I'll be using CPSC and walking around the house just north of Little. Yeah, right vehicle.
Copy, assistant state. Walking around the house just north of Little's.
17 Paul 35, I'm back in my post.
Copy. Plan post to 17 David 25. I'm just confirming. It looks like you're in a good spot. You can see Beaver Creek from your location. Just in case he flags slow down.
Yeah, 10-4. PSP and I have been watching it.
Copy that. Thank you.
17 Paul 32.
And 17 Paul 32.
State's request is we can somehow make contact with the residents inside this house so we can clear it to make sure it's out of play.
3 Paul 4, 3 cars.
Yes, sir. Last unit calling CP, go ahead. All right. Unit 17 Paul 32.
Yeah. Edwin.
Per command, you are
Edwin, tell your wife
to make
today.
contact and clear that residence. 1333 Prizer. I ran them 2 Tesco views. You have a James and Linda Rassenfeld. I found a Google phone number which is attached to that in case they don't answer. But yes, you have authority to clear the house.
Did you guys make contact?
Going into a private residence to clear it.
Try knocking on the door. I can try calling the phone number, but that's a number we haven't been able to confirm it. Like I said, homeowners listed on Tesco views are James and Linda.
Copy that.
We need to hear from James and Linda.
32, you're going to be able to clear that with just 2 units?
I have an asset team up here. I'm going to pull another trooper up with me. We're going to hold the front and the back while they go.
Copy.
We're up to 5 a.m.
Paul 32.
It's 5 a.m. in the playback.
Yeah. Just move to the homeowner, Linda. She should be coming to the front door now. Linda should be coming to the front door now.
10-4. 17 Paul 32. We made contact. We're making check.
17 Paul 32. Copy contact with homeowner inside checking.
98 at the rear door off of visual on you. Clear on this side.
I would like to be at the Brian Koberger
CP
trial
units
in person.
on the perimeter. Ford F-150 was cleared going northbound 100 to 23.
17 Paul 32. Residence is clear.
Unit 17 Paul 32. Copy. Residence is clear. Perimeter units. Fairview to 401. There's a white Jeep Cherokee cleared. White Jeep Cherokee cleared. Go southbound on Fairview to 401.
We were told they was not going to the same prison.
Silver Subaru going eastbound on Prizer cleared. Once again, Silver Subaru eastbound on Prizer cleared.
6678 also.
Police unit calling man post.
Yes.
26 Sam 2 to command. 26 Sam 2. Sam 2 and 28 are relieved. We're clear. Sorry, 33. Sam 2 and 33. 26 minutes. Okay, last unit calling. 93 Paul 7. 93 Paul 7. I'm clear. I'm relieved. 93 Paul 7. Okay.
32 Paul 2 this man.
He was captured this morning about 8:30 roughly, I think. Or
yeah, 32 Paul 2 second last night.
I have media showing up at Flowing Springs and Pottstown Pike.
Yeah, 32 Paul 2.
93 Paul 18.
Last unit calling.
93 Paul 18. Just advising you I've been relieved by 93 Paul 17.
Yeah, 93 Paul 18.
93 Paul 3.
Yeah, 93 Sam 5.
Unit 9-3, Sam 4. CP calling Unit 9-3, Sam 4. CP calling Unit 9-3, Sam 5.
Oh, 9-3, Sam 5.
Sunshine, that's a beautiful beach.
Unit 9-3, Sam 5. You starting to be relief, correct?
That's correct. My relief is en route. He's going to relieve me directly.
Copy that.
Okay, in the playback of audio, we're now at 8:15 a.m.
Full 2 to come in. Got a gray Chevy Silverado pickup coming north on 100 from Flowing Springs. We've been checked. CP to all units on the perimeter. Stand by for message. CP to all units on the perimeter. Subject is in custody. Confirmed. Subject is in custody.
That was at 8:16:38 this morning.
Repeat and confirm. Subject is in custody. Confirming he is in custody.
Thank you, Red Pen, for the super sticker. Henrique, thanks for the kind words.
Unit 47, Paul 4. Last unit calling, say again.
17, David 25.
Unit 17, David 25, your message.
We're now waiting just a couple more minutes for our press conference. It should be starting in 4 minutes now.
A lot of vehicles that need to come out.
Okay.
678 for Raul. 25 San 3 to command.
Look at the hugs, the high fives.
29 San 1.
29 San 1, go ahead.
The group photo.
Yeah, 29 San 1, code.
29 San 1, can you clear me from this incident and log me off?
Yeah, 29 San 1, code.
5-2 unit at French Creek Elementary School. 5-2 unit at French Creek for the lockout kit. CP to any unit still on the perimeter, you can break down and clear.
Okay, let me
Any
just say,
units on the perimeter, you can break down and clear.
we've got confirmation that there was injury. I'm not going to show it. We've got a very bloody picture of his face. Wearing that Philadelphia Eagles hoodie is confirmed. It's too much to look at breakfast. But he looks like he got roughed up a little bit.
Copy or clear. Last unit, say again.
I'm going to show it in the small picture. I'm not going to put it full screen, just so you know. Just 1 second. I'll make sure I don't reveal anybody's faces here. There we go. We've got a picture of the suspect, bloody face, wearing a Philadelphia Eagles shirt, in custody, being marched back to the Bearcat. It's he got cleaned up. So those white things you saw on the ground from the helicopter, that was them wiping off his face, wiping the blood off. It looks like a head wound that bled over his face. His face itself does not look injured because it cleaned up very well. It was probably a head wound which bleeds a lot. Perhaps a dog bit him or something like that. It's possible. Wendy, thank you very much. Yes, first it's going to be a party today, and then everyone's just going to sleep all night. Yes, Picky, thank you. It was blood. You're correct. Miles, thank you for the super chat as well. There's some pictures right here that are being shown. Let's see if we can go full screen on that before it zips out of the way. Need to get off there. Nope, it's gone. Sorry about that. I missed it. We're still following the choppers that are following the... There's the picture. Okay, they showed it for us. I wasn't going to show it, but that's it. That's the picture of how he looked when he was first brought in. It's a little rough to look at. Brandywine blogger. It's my understanding they held him in that prison just for the first 30 days after he's convicted, in case they have to bring him back to court, because it's more convenient to bring him from a local prison than from the state prison he's going to be in. It's just something they do with convicts, because even though you're convicted, there may be some additional stuff. There might be different hearings or different appeals or things that happen right after a conviction that you need to attend his court for. So that's just standard. Then maybe that'll change. Maybe that'll change here. I think JLR has landed in Florida. A big shout out to him. Thank you so much, my friend, for, I say my friend, I met him here. So thank you so much for the hard work you did flying up and getting video. It was very appreciated. We've got a press conference that should be starting in just a moment. We're going to try to take that live. We're waiting for some audio here. Got the chopper in the air. And we got the weird tick going on there with the sound as well. That'll drive me nuts. That's not going to happen. Let's see. Press conference should begin any moment now. Give us a second to get a good feed for that. Has not started yet. We don't have a live feed. Hold tight. We're going to bring that to you as soon as it pops up. Let's see, Rosie from Tucson gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Rosie. Kay Scarpetta as well. Thank you for your amazing coverage. I was with you from day one. This is the best place on the interwebs. Thank you, Kay Scarpetta. I appreciate that. Okay, camera 6 is live. We've got audio there. This is the press conference. You can see the racks. It looks like little stick figures off to the left. That's where the firemen put their turnout kit after they've been on the call. They have to clean them and dry them, and that's how they're dried. That's an air drying rack. They say they're going to be a few minutes delayed. They're waiting on various representatives to get here. And this officer's not saying anything. They were asking, is he being brought back here to cut out? We're only getting left channel audio for some reason on this. I apologize for that. Sometimes it's how it's set up. So my kids brought me scrambled eggs and waffles. And I can't have scrambled eggs and syrup. For some reason, those two can't touch. So I have to eat all my scrambled eggs first, and then I put the syrup on. So now I have cold waffles. I guess I'm a little OCD. Hellies are turning at Longwood Gardens. Let's see what we've got here. We'll turn this down just for a second. It's just background chatter. See, we are at Longwood Gardens in the area. We've got 2 helis in the air. They're headed to the Baltimore Pike. So State Road 1, looks like they're turning right. They have passed the prison. They have not gone to the prison where he broke out, so he's headed somewhere else. 3 helis in the area. I think Nick is just breathing a huge sigh of relief. Probably talking to the locals and just getting some rest. The guy put in incredible hours following this. Tracy Raz says, best coverage on the web, especially for us who live in the area. Thank you for keeping us informed. Tracy, thank you very much. I'm glad that what I could do could be of benefit to you. We were, our hearts go out to you as this developed and expanded and, extended through all these days. I'm just glad that there's a successful conclusion here for everyone. There are going to be some politicians here. As always, in this type of press conference, you're going to see a lot of patting on the back from people who weren't involved. so let's keep the comments to a minimum. Let's just accept it for the value that it's offering as far as the information they're providing for us. I will say that the people on the ground are the ones you're seeing around Cavalcante right now. You see them giving hugs. You see they took a selfie picture right there. You'll see, back pats, fist bumps. These guys, put themselves on the front line, literally facing possible death as they're walking in towards someone who is armed, who does not want to be captured. And they found that they had the best possible outcome, where both they made the capture successfully, as well as they were, without injury on their own team. So the best of the best, they got it done. I'm not sure who this is. We're not seeing any placards on the back of their shirts or their vests. So I'm not sure if this is BORTAC from the Border Patrol. I'm not sure if it's State PD. If somebody can tell me, get me a confirmation of what team made this capture, and it would be interesting to recognize them. I'm going to try not to get syrup on my computer. That's the goal for this morning. That was a county jail, not a prison. I think it was a county prison. It had a warden. Pauline, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, Pauline, for your great support of the channel. I would say it's the U.S. Marshals, says Clarissa. They may have to bring him to the hospital because of the injury. He may be going straight to a hospital, and he will be under heavy guard at the hospital. This is not going to be a chance for him to get away. They're going to take all the precautions. It's confirmed he's going to Avondale. He's going to the state penitentiary. It depends on that injury. They are required to provide medical treatment for suspects or for anyone in custody. David Lloyd, able to breathe. Yes, finally, we get to go back to normal. PSP and everyone else for kept us safe. Appreciate it. I think we're hopeful to get some answers, and hopefully some of the frustration that's been felt over the lack of information might be explained here this morning. But either way, just a big shout out to the people on the ground who made this happen. He's going to Avondale. He probably will be have ankle, belly chain, and cuffs. They pass the hospital. That means he's going directly to prison. Do not pass go. If you do pass go, do not collect $200. Go directly to jail, right? Here we go. The girl shoots. 1791 says confirmed. Border Patrol made the arrest. So that was BORTAC. That would be the BORTAC units. It's a 30-person crew, I believe, that they shipped over. 24, 30 people, something like that. That does look like who they had on the ground. Goodman Law Firm. Nicole is here, says, Scott, 7 months ago I stumbled across your channel, and you, along with everyone else, are welcome to be in. I've never met a kinder, more genuine individual and group of people in my entire life. A jury member for life. Goodman Law Firm, thank you so much. Appreciate you. You've been extremely helpful, even when I had legal questions of my own. That you've been able to step in, and as you said, I've got you on retainer, pro bono. Roro, thank you so much for the super sticker. It is party time. He has been captured. He's headed to prison right now. The press conference has been delayed. It was supposed to start at 9:30. We're about 10 minutes late right now because we're waiting for, you guessed it, the dignitaries that want to be in there for the photo op. It is what it is. There'll be, everyone's going to have a sore shoulder today as they've pat themselves on the back. A few of them actually deserve it, and mad props to them. But a lot of the people who will be oftentimes taking up a predominant location on the podium, really had very little to do with this. What about the other manhunt? Which manhunt, Rally Roach? Where are we talking? The UK one, they captured theirs. The presser has been delayed while we wait for, I'll say it, politicians to arrive. There might also be some agency heads that want to be there. This is the long walk of shame as they walk him out of the area where they captured him. MMM Rhino Girl, thank you very much for the super chat. Miss Brownstone, been on break because I was obsessed watching, but came back to say hello and see what happened. Love RA. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Mrs. Brownstone. When will they feed him? He'll be fed. He'll be taken care of. That's the one thing. 2-1. 3-2-1. Love those sound checks. Mark Eastman says, I'm headed to Avondale to see this happen. There's going to be a welcoming party along the side of the road. Obviously, not in a secure location, but he was caught sleeping in tall grass on top of a rifle by Bortak and PSP. Thank you very much. Holly Mack, massive super chat from a very appreciative Canadian who loves this channel so much. 401k. Hopefully it's not your 401k you're sending me, but that was huge.
We have captured the inmate following a 2-week. We're good? Okay.
So the reporters are doing sound checks up there at the microphone, the podium. It's funny because everyone gets that sound, even though because all the mics are together. Holly Mack, thank you so much. You've been most supportive. Wonderful to have you with the channel. Thank you so much. Super sticker from Harley John. Thank you so much, Harley John. Danny also says, thanks for the best coverage. He's about to drive past my house in Avondale. Appreciate all you've done for us. I think we're waiting for the word that he's going to be in custody, like locked up, the moment the press conference starts. The beeps you're hearing in the left ear, those are fire tones because the press conference is being held in a fire station. Fire companies use paging tones to send out alerts to different people. And a lot of the calls that they get start with a tone. Louis says, I've got a meeting in 20 minutes. I don't want to miss the presser. We're going to blame the politicians for this one. I think everybody else is ready. They're waiting on the pickles to arrive, the celebratory pickles. They better be spicy maple bourbons. Okay. Ashley, thank you for the kind words. Thanks for being a part of this great community. I appreciate that. Mama of Three says, the officers are the ones that should be at this press conference to tell their true story. Mama of Three, as is usually the case, these officers will go back. They'll have a debriefing. There'll be some high fives and some hugs and the bond that is between them, which is probably the closest thing you can have to serving in the military with your unit. Will grow stronger through this as they work together and successfully capture something. There might be a little bit of praise. It will be fleeting for them, and for them it's back to work and on to the next thing. And the next thing they do might be just as dangerous, but not have any of the press coverage. But this is what they do. So big shout out to them. It was Bortek with the assistance of their canine. Let's give that canine a high five as well. The canine might be the one that might have chewed on him just a wee bit. They think he was asleep on top of the rifle. A key technological tool that made this possible was the aerial the thermal imagery from aerial drones. And they were able to follow him as he moved around the area, and they positioned everybody in different places. I'm watching here, it looks like, where's he at? Is this Avondale? Is this a hospital? Have they taken him to a hospital here? For those of you that can see this map and are familiar with the area, we're just south of of State Road 1 north of Avondale. Is that the hospital in Avondale, or is that a prison? Christine says we can find out where he shaved. Maybe we'll get these answers. We'll find out, whose hoodie he was wearing when he got captured, because it was a Philadelphia Eagles hoodie. Obviously, there's probably a lot of those in that area, so it might, finding someone that's missing might be difficult. Nigel Adams, well, my sleep certainly has suffered. Your coverage has been phenomenal. Chester County resident has been glued to your channel here. Thank you very much, Nigel. I really need to get up to Chester County. I think I want to bring my family up to check out the gardens. Just watching them from the air, it sounds beautiful. I'd love to check them out. And, of course, I think anywhere in your state during the fall would be absolutely gorgeous as well. Goodman Law, do you still have the burner P.O. Box? I have a token of my appreciation to thank you for your help and support. I do. P.O. Box, it's still the same. I think we can trigger it. Let me see if I can make it pop up on screen. Just one second. Here we go. Let's test this. Did this work? Did that PO, did the address jump up in chat? There it is. Right here. Sorry, I made it look really ugly. I'll fix that. That's the PO box. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Nicole. They took him to the PSP police barracks. Choppers are flying overhead, just hovering in Avondale. We've got 3 choppers in the area. It looks like we have the three choppers that have been following this whole thing: Skyforce 10, ABC 6, and then Action News as well. Okay, they're saying they're squeezing people in. We're about to get an image here from the press conference. They're just lining up in the order. I think they've fought over positions and decided who's going to stand where. State Police Barracks is in Avondale. No hospital, no jail. So he's probably there. That's the first image we had of the capture right there. Just the moment they were leading him out. Did have a little bit of a head wound, so some of the images that you're going to see apparently, occasionally will show him with a very bloody face. They cleaned that up. It looked much cleaner when they hauled him in. Nicola, thank you very much. I have said it before. I can't share the link for a GoFundMe here, but if you want to research and vet for yourself a GoFundMe that's out there that is purported to be for the children, the victims' children, who are also victims in this case, I encourage you to do that. It's on GoFundMe. I just don't share the links directly on this channel. It causes some problems. Okay, we're about to cut to the press conference here. It has not started yet. We've got the audio coming in from the press conference, just so you know. You can hear that in the background. It'll be left channel only, unfortunately, unless I can find a better feed. Here we go. We've got a new feed for you. You can see everybody lining up. I think we're still waiting for somebody. I'm guessing the people we're waiting for are in suits. Barb Richter, welcome to the gallery. Thank you so much for joining us as a member. Let's see, Cachette just gifted another 5 more members just joined us. Surprise. Thank you, Cachette, for that. Bug Dugger as well. They need to have a long chat with DC. I think they will. Trying to get my first bite of a waffle here. There's the video images of him as he was captured. That's right after he was cleaned up a little bit. Cold waffles are harder to cut. Prisoner was found armed with a rifle inside a shed. Phone's ringing. Weller says, thanks for the coverage. My girlfriend and I have been watching for days from Phoenixville. This is for the date with Mrs. R.A. I'm excited to have a break and have a date with Mrs. R.A. Decisively indecisive. Welcome to the gallery. You made the decision. You're here now. You can never leave. You're one of us. Also says, new sub from North Carolina. 20 minutes from Ayden. LOL. Loved your coverage. Thank you very much. I appreciate decisively indecisive. Good to have you here. Okay, so we've got some photos. They've got, look at that. Look how quickly they got some pictures printed. Huge pictures printed of the capture that just happened a little over an hour ago. Mrs. S says, it really irks me that politicians and others want the photo op. They had nothing to do with this capture. It's the system we have. It's frustrating, but a lot of what politicians do is show up in places where a lot of people are looking, and that's it. I'm not sure if you hear behind the scenes, what the politics of this are, and honestly, we're trying to keep it out of this channel. We're more of a Pickles, not politics channel. It's frustrating. You're going to see a little bit of that. There's a suit. Let's just go ahead with it, can we? Trying to hear the hot mic. Is that the governor? Press is delayed because they had to wait for their posters from the print shop. The posters were here before some of the dignitaries. Liz, thank you very much. Shout outs to some of the great people who have been providing that information to me. I'm not a one-man team, and I could not make this happen by myself. So many times the information, the breaking news I get comes as I get a text message on the burner phone, or a picture or a video link sent, or a tag on Twitter that comes from all of you. Really, you guys did the hard work, and I was just able to assemble the pieces here to make it visible for you. I could not have done this by myself, and thank you so much for that. The reward will have to be figured out at this point. I'm not sure. I think there might be several people who might have some claim on the reward, because usually the wording is if you submit information leading to the capture or arrest, which they definitely did, and there was information that led them to this, and so I'm not sure how far that goes back. Does everyone get $1? Because there were so many tips. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of tips that came in. Does every confirmed tip get a piece of the pie? There's going to have to be an accountant involved. Look at this, the photo op here in this picture here. as everyone's standing together. The whole team. That's Bortak, I think. Fist bumps all around. The rifle you see in the picture there on the left of the screen right above my head is the rifle he was found with. We're waiting for the DA. Is she gonna? She might be showing up. The DA is actually, she was the prosecutor that prosecuted this guy. So she has like a personal connection to the case that put him in prison to begin with. We need the canines in there for sure. We've had a couple canines that put in a lot of work in this area. Harley, I'm not sure if I told you, thank you very much for the super chat, the super sticker. Cachette, I think you gifted another 5, or maybe that's an old one. Oh, I'm back a little bit behind on the links. Thank you very much. I do not want the reward. Thank you. That's if anyone puts a reward to me, I think it should go to the family. We're still waiting for the governor, apparently, and possibly the DA. The governor and the DA may arrive together. Shih Tzu Mom says Mrs. RA's channel is it's right here. Homeschool Ground Zero. That's my wife's channel. She has a channel where she shares stories about homeschooling, personal experiences, ideas. Here we go. This is it, guys. Let's be quiet here and listen, as we've got. There's the DA. There's the governor. Everybody's here. Let's begin.
Good morning. I'm pleased to be able to report that thanks to the extraordinary work of law enforcement officials from here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, our local leaders here in Chester County, and from our federal partners all across this nation, shortly after 8 a.m., our suspect was captured. I want to say, first and foremost, thank God there were no injuries to law enforcement or to the public. We obviously became deeply concerned after the suspect was able to steal a weapon. He was apprehended this morning with no shots fired. I want to say thank you to the dedicated law enforcement professionals from every level who each and every day go out of their homes, leave their families, leave their loved ones to keep us safe. The public, over the last 13 days, has had a chance to see what excellence in law enforcement means, what true dedicated professionalism is all about. I couldn't be more proud to be standing up here today with these professionals from every level. And while they did extraordinary work, we had a tremendous assist from the public here in Chester County. I want to say thank you to the public for their vigilance. Thank you for the constructive tips that they shared. Thank you for remaining on guard. We recognize this has been a concerning and trying time for each and every one of you in the region. And we want to thank you for your support of law enforcement and for your support of this effort that led to this capture today. I hope the good people of Pennsylvania, and indeed the folks all across this nation, got a chance to see how government is supposed to work, how law enforcement is supposed to work, where we all come together, where we focus on the mission. And while the women and men up here behind me may wear different uniforms and different badges, we were here with common purpose, and that was to apprehend this suspect and keep people safe. Leading this effort has been the Pennsylvania State Police. And I know I'm going to get booed by some of the folks behind me for saying this. I believe they are the finest law enforcement agency in the United States of America. And I could not be more proud to be the governor of this Commonwealth and to have the chance to serve in public service alongside these great leaders in the Pennsylvania State Police. Leading the effort for us is Colonel Christopher Paris, who did yeoman's work overseeing this operation together with Lieutenant Colonel Bivens. All Pennsylvanians, gentlemen, are indebted to you for your bravery, for your courage, and for your tremendous leadership. And with that, it's my honor to bring up the Colonel of the Pennsylvania State Police, Colonel Christopher Paris.
Thank you, Governor. I would like to make a few brief comments. I'd like to dedicate those comments to the victims of Cavalcante and their families. At the end of the day, all of the people behind me here work for justice and for the victims. A close second to the people of Chester County. We appreciate your support, and we appreciate the dedication that you have shown us and the generosity that you have shown us.
Hey guys, let's
we are in your debt.
Just to the press
this was
conference
a major operation. We know that it has affected your lives, and we're very much appreciative of that support. I'd like to thank the governor and his support of us, not only with his physical presence, but his work in Harrisburg on a daily basis. I'd like to thank the Border Patrol, Customs, the FBI, the Marshals, the ATF, our federal partners, the Chester County District Attorney, Deb Ryan, and her Chief County Detective, Dave Sassa. Our municipal partners, too numerous to mention here, in Chester, Montgomery, Delaware, and Bucks counties. We could not have done this without everyone. I would like to thank, from the bottom of our hearts, the members of the Pomar Lynn Fire Company. I know the media has been in and out of here. The hospitality that they have shown us, the logistics that you need to bring to bear in an operation like this, we would have been hard-pressed to do that without them being good hosts to us. Lastly, but certainly not least in any way, shape, or form, to the women and men of the Pennsylvania State Police, thank you. Thank you for your hard work and your diligence. This is my third manhunt with Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens. It's not lost on me that it was 9 years to the day yesterday for the Blooming Grove ambush. And in all of those
Video's frozen here.
Operational cycles, there is no person who enjoys more of my trust and confidence. He was tasked with standing this operation up. My confidence in him is marrow deep. He is the consummate professional, and I would now like to turn it over to Lieutenant Colonel Bivens to give you the operational rundown of the capture of Cavalcante. Lieutenant Colonel Bivens.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Colonel. It is a true pleasure to stand here this morning and talk to all of you about bringing this manhunt to a successful conclusion, and without getting anyone else hurt, most importantly. None of this would be possible without the support of this team, represented by members of various agencies standing with us up here, by others standing throughout this fire hall, and by still more who are out there in the field. So let me give you a few details about how this unfolded. As you know, we have been working most recently in a perimeter established in northern Chester County. Last night, shortly after midnight, a series of events started to unfold. First, we had a burglar alarm at a residence near Prizer Road within the perimeter. Our people investigated that, did not find Cavalcante there or anyone else, but it started to bring some of our people into that area. We had been searching an area not far from there already with some tactical teams that night. There was an aircraft overhead utilizing FLIR technology, and close to 1 a.m. picked up a heat signal that they began to track. It was west of PA 100 and north of Prizer Road. Tactical teams began to converge on that location where the heat source was moving. Unfortunately, we had a weather system that also came in, and we had lightning that was flashing all around, and it caused the aircraft to have to depart the area. Tactical teams made a decision to secure that area, that smaller area, as best they could, and hold it through the storm and until we could bring additional resources in and bring aircraft back overhead to ensure that we did not have an issue with an escape. That resumed early this morning, and shortly after 8 a.m., tactical teams converged on the area where the heat source was. They were able to move in very quietly. They had the element of surprise. Cavalcante did not realize he was surrounded until that had occurred. That did not stop him from trying to escape. He began to crawl through thick underbrush, taking his rifle with him as he went. One of the Customs and Border Control teams, BORTAC, had a dog with them. They released the dog. Some of our PSP CERT members were also there, had him surrounded. The dog subdued him, and team members from both of those teams immediately moved in. He continued to resist, but was forcibly taken into custody. No one was injured as a result of that. Excuse me. He did sustain a minor bite wound. We had medical personnel at the scene, and they took a look at that. Cavalcante was, as I said, taken into custody. He was transported to our Avondale station for further processing and interview, and he will ultimately be transferred to a state correctional institute where he will be housed and begin to serve his life sentence. In just a few minutes, I'll open this up to some questions, but before I do that, I want to turn this over to one of our very close partners, District Attorney Deb Ryan. I know she would like to say a few words, and again, then we'll be happy to take your questions following that. Deb.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Bivens. Today is a great day here in Chester County. Our nightmare is finally over and the good guys won. We owe a debt of gratitude to all of the first responders for their tireless and dedicated efforts in bringing this fugitive to justice. They worked around the clock, and we are deeply grateful to all of them. Our community can finally regain its normalcy and breathe a collective sigh of relief. This would not have happened without the collaboration and efforts on behalf of a multitude of agencies. I need to thank the Governor, Colonel Paris, Lieutenant Colonel Bivens for his unflappable and dedicated leadership, the U.S. Marshals, the Chester County Detectives, the FBI, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, the Department of Emergency Services, the Sheriff's Department, and every single person who went out into the field in the most horrendous conditions. We had weather problems, we had terrain problems, and a ton of obstacles that prevented our capture from occurring as expediently as we wanted. We have the best people in the business, and we never lost faith that this capture would occur. We knew that it was just a matter of time. The scope of this manhunt was extremely impressive. The brave men and women who went out there every single day are our heroes, and I am proud to be a part of this collective team of people who worked around the clock to bring this man to justice during this monumental challenge. They utilized every piece of advanced technology, dogs, drones, helicopters, every asset available was put out for this capture. I can't express our gratitude deep enough to all of them and to the community for their support. We received dozens and dozens of donations, well wishes, and kind support from everyone in the community, and we thank this firehouse for housing us. We know we disrupted their lives for a while. One of the first calls we made upon learning about this capture was to the Brandow family, who, as you can imagine, had been living in a complete nightmare. They are so grateful to the men and women who helped with this capture. They can now finally sleep again. I can't thank law enforcement enough for their efforts. Thank you.
Okay, with that, we will be happy to take your questions. Yes.
With the helicopter overboard, we saw the arrest taking place. There was some criticism about the photo op that was taken with the fugitive. Can you explain how that's actually a standard procedure, or what's the reasoning behind the photo op with the fugitive?
I'm aware that there was a photo op that was taken out there. Those men and women worked amazingly hard through some very trying circumstances. They're proud of their work. I'm not bothered at all by the fact that they took a photograph with him in custody. Again, they're proud of their work. They kept the community safe. I say thanks to them and good job.
Sir, did he say anything in the moment that he was captured and you released the name of the canine officer who bit him during his capture?
We will probably not be releasing the name. And in terms of anything that he said, we need to use an interpreter, and he has been taken back to the station, and at that point, we will attempt to interview him at the Avondale station.
Did he say anything upon capture? Anything at all?
I'm not aware of it. If he did, I don't have that information.
Your officers were authorized to use lethal force if he didn't actively surrender. Was the goal to always take him in alive?
That's always our first choice and preference. Again, that option is only to prevent the escape of a very dangerous individual. Had they not been able to contain him, that would have remained an option.
Who specifically made the arrest? Which organization?
It was a combination. It was a combined group of the Border Patrol and PSP.
At 1 o'clock captured. When he went into the van, he was stripped and had his tattoos photographed. Is that normal procedure?
Yes.
When the thermal imaging happened at 1 o'clock, was he in the same location when you found him?
Wait, I'm sorry. You'd ask first, man.
Was he asleep when you found him?
He was proned out. I've not been told that he was asleep. I'm told that he was proned out trying to hide and then began to crawl away.
Was it the same location when you got the thermal imaging at 1 when you found him at 8?
It was in that close proximity to that, yes.
What was it, whether anyone was helping him?
No one was assisting him at that point.
Sir, what was the agency that was flying the helicopter that first spotted the heat?
That was the DEA, and that was a fixed-wing aircraft.
Were you worried as law enforcement that you had to down the plane and there could be another chance for escape? I mean, that's obviously the plane had to land, but what kind of risk did you have to calculate with that?
Well, you know, as I've told you throughout this investigation, there are always things we have to contend with. Everything isn't scripted and doesn't go perfectly. And so it's just another challenge. Worried, I don't think, is the word that I would use. We simply had to adapt. And so we secured that inner perimeter while always keeping our outer perimeter secure, so that if he did manage to get out of that inner, we would box him in yet again.
How tough an adversary was he? He led some very high-profile, difficult manhunts. How tough an adversary was he compared to some of the others?
You know, I don't know that he was particularly skilled. He was desperate, and I've said that all along. You have an individual whose choice is go back to prison and spend the rest of your life in a place you don't want to be, or continue to try and evade capture. He chose the evade capture. He was in good shape, obviously able to climb, as you saw, to get out of prison. But ultimately, as I said all along, we had an amazing team assembled here, capabilities that are just very formidable. And I was confident all along that he would eventually be captured. And ultimately, this team, and I credit all of them, for bringing together their collective experience, the resources, and being able to apply that and capture him. It's never easy to find someone who doesn't want to be found in a very large area.
Previously, you said you were reserving comment on if anybody was helping him throughout the search. I know you said no one helped him this morning. Can you say now that he's in custody whether he received help these last 13 days?
There were people who were intent and intended to assist him. We had been successful, to the best of my knowledge, we had been successful in preventing that assistance from reaching him.
Does that include his sister?
Yes.
There had been some frustration, some criticism from the public as this was stretching on. Now that it's over, do you consider this anything other than a success?
No, it was absolutely a success. And I got to tell you, I think by and large the public stayed amazingly supportive. I had some third grade students stop by yesterday and drop off letters and notes of support for all of these responders. We put them out for them to see at briefing time and things. That's the kind of support we saw from this community. There will always be criticism. There will always be people who think they can do this job better, and they're entitled to that opinion. What I would tell you is, again, I put my faith in this group of experts, this group of seasoned law enforcement professionals, the dedicated men and women, not only of the Pennsylvania State Police, but of all of the other partner agencies who went out there every day. I'll put my money on them any day of the week. And I believe the community supported them and continues to.
Will he be charged with escape, and when will those charges be
we'll be discussing with the district attorney what, if any, charges will be filed. But for right now, again, there is a commitment, and he is going to begin serving his life sentence at a state correctional institution.
When was his sister now?
She is in the deportation proceedings. That will proceed as had been initiated.
Do you know where Cavalcante got the Eagles?
I'm sorry?
Do you know where Cavalcante got the Eagles hoodie from?
I do not.
Other than the rifle, what did he have with him? Did he have anything else?
Just the clothing and things that he was wearing.
Did he
at the
attempt
time.
to shoot? Did he attempt to try to disengage?
He did not have an opportunity to, no,
How many
sir.
officers were on the ground as you converged?
I don't have an exact number, but looking at the teams we were sending in there, in the immediate vicinity was probably 20 to 25.
And can you tell us more about what those 20 to 25 looked like? Like, did they have specific armor? What
Yes, they were tactical. They were a tactical team. You would expect, camouflage, full armor, long rifles, that kind of thing.
Which agency?
Customs and Border Patrol was their BORTAC team out of El Paso, and then Pennsylvania State Police CERT. It's our Special Emergency Response Team.
Colonel, once on the ground, they've now pinpointed him, right? They're
Yes.
on the ground and they're quietly moving in place. Length of time?
From that point, probably 5 minutes. It played out fairly quickly once they had identified him and moved in. He detected them at that point once they were already in position, and again, he started to crawl away, and it played out very quickly then.
Sir, what is your greatest lesson from this 14-day manhunt?
You know, I don't know that there's any single lesson. I will tell you that I learned something from all of these, and as I told you before, I bring that experience to the next one. And so I just go back to, it's all about the team. It's about assembling the right group of people, the right technology, the people with can-do attitudes who will stick with you through the investigation, and that's what we did, and it's worked well for us in the past, and I'm sure will work well for us in the future.
Colonel, you said there were people intending to help. I just want to see if we can get a little more detail from you on that. You did mention, you did confirm the sister was intending to help. Who else might have been intending to help? And then can you give us any details?
And the reason I'm not going to talk about that again, as I mentioned, we will be discussing with the district attorney whether there will be any additional charges. I don't expect that there will be on that aspect, but we want to have that discussion before we disclose anything else.
Help police to catch him? Did he stop because of the rain?
No, I think he stopped because his normal pattern was to travel in the late evening, earlier overnight hours. Whether he got tired or whatever, normally he typically didn't travel then later at night, and he typically did not travel during the day unless we pushed him. And we did have several instances of that where he was pushed and had to move. But he doesn't have night vision or anything like that, the type of technology that many of our operators had out there. And so traversing rugged terrain is difficult to do. I believe it was just easier for him to do in the late evening hours and late afternoon.
That picture, is that all from the dog bite?
I believe that's what caused it. It was a scalp wound, and they bleed pretty significantly. I'm told there was not any significant injury.
Did he have a phone?
Just one, ma'am.
He was able to get a car and a gun, a vehicle and a gun during this 2-week period. Is that surprising? Are you sort of astonished that some of the public were about that?
No, I mean, all along, we asked people to secure as best they could. Unfortunately, he was still able to acquire some of those things. Again, those are just some of the challenges we deal with in an investigation like this. Our people rise to those challenges, and ultimately, again, he was successfully captured.
I know that you led the effort also in July earlier this year when that person escaped using bed sheets. It was a chocolate lab that ultimately led to his arrest, and now here we are again. You're talking about a canine moving in and basically disabling Cavalcante. Can you just kind of talk about the having canines and their use and how much of an asset they are when you're trying to navigate tough terrain and track down dangerous people?
Sure. I mean, in the case of Tucker, he was kind of a civilian. I would say we deputized, and brought him in. He's now an honorary member of PSP, but lab. But he was not involved in this. That was in Warren that this gentleman was referring to. Just you know, I believe it's a Shepherd or a Belgian Malinois.
Can you, for those of us who aren't familiar,
Just 1 minute, if I can come back to this gentleman, I apologize. In any event, canines play a very important role, not only for tracking, but also for, just like in a circumstance like this, safely capturing someone. Far better that we're able to release a patrol dog like this and have them subdue the individual than have to use lethal force. And so, again, our preference is always to use other means. Canines play a very important role.
for those of us who aren't familiar with the area, can you tell us a little bit more about where he was? It appears he was in front of a commercial building. Was he hiding within that building, or he was?
He was in the wooded area, again, west of PA 100 there.
I'm sorry, west of?
PA 100.
Are you aware of how he was getting nourishment and, you know, liquids?
No, that'll all be part of the interview we'll attempt to do. Whether he'll talk to us or not, that's obviously entirely up to him. But that will be something that we'll be asking.
Sir, at this juncture, can you release where he worked in Chester County prior to his 2021 arrest for homicide?
Unfortunately, I don't have the list of those locations. I know that he did a variety of jobs installing flooring, but I don't have the specific list of work locations.
How long will he be at the Avondale Barracks?
Long enough for us to process him, and however long an interview lasts with him. I don't expect it to be for a very extended period of time, and again, at that point, he'll be transported to an SCI.
Sir, is there any concern that he would team up with another small man to step inside of a trench coat, Little Rascal style?
No.
What was that?
On the actual encounter with the dog. Did the dog?
Did you hear that question?
Bite him?
You know, again, I didn't see this specific capture. What I would tell you is the way those dogs are trained is to simply go to the person. They will grab whatever is closest for them to grab, and then they are trained to detain that individual. They don't just keep biting and releasing or trying to cause additional injury. They simply grab onto and try and hold that person in place until officers can get there. So that's why they're never released, you know, at some great distance or unsupervised. There are officers close by who can then move in. The handler can immediately pull the dog back off of they give them a command, pull the dog back off, and then officers take over from there. He did.
You mentioned
I don't have the name right now.
Was there any body cam footage or doggy cam footage in the situation of him getting the rest of anything happening?
Not that I'm aware of,
And
sir.
then secondly, Border Patrol, are they here?
Yes.
Can we talk about the expertise of Border Patrol being here to make that arrest?
Do you want to?
What your experience played and how that made if you could step up?
Sure. Now, Border Patrol is trained in tracking and pursuing. From the time an agent comes on duty, assigned to the southwest border, they get lots of experience tracking and trailing people. And then with our technology and other resources, that just aids in the searches like this one.
Different terrain than normally what you're working on, correct?
So Border Patrol is assigned to both the northern border and the southwest border. So we got training and experience in all types of terrain.
Just tell us specifically what you did here. What did you do here to capture this man?
We assisted the federal, state, and local partners with our resources, whether performing observation at night, searches during the day, searches during night, and then obviously we had our tactical teams here.
Question for Governor Shapiro. Governor, yesterday you described just about 24 hours ago right here that you were calm and that your commanders over this operation were also calm. In hindsight, how did you balance the obvious pressures from outside that were forever saying, find him yesterday?
Look, we had a job to do, and that was to capture Cavalcante. And I had the absolute best team working on this. I'm proud to be associated with the Pennsylvania State Police and all the law enforcement leaders who were behind me, federal, state, and local. We knew we had the best, and we knew, as Colonel Bivens said multiple times, he was desperate, and it was just a matter of time. I couldn't be more proud of them. And I want to come back to two questions over here that are related to Mr. Holden's question. One was about the assets that we deployed beyond the people. I hope that the public takes great pride in the technology, in the canines, and in all of the assets that were brought to bear here. We ask a lot of the public through their tax dollars to support the police, to support law enforcement at every level. And they got a front row seat here in Chester County and across Pennsylvania to see the extraordinary work not only these individuals do, but the great technology we're able to bring to bear to ultimately capture dangerous suspects like this. The public should take great pride in that. And then to the gentleman's question there in the suit, folks, whoever had their Eagles hoodie stolen, if you could let us know, I'll do my best to get you one of those new Kelly Green ones, okay?
Governor, can I just ask you, 2 escapes, 2 different individuals from the same prison in the same year. What do you say to people who live in this area to say what is happening at the Chester County Prison and what are you guys going to do moving forward to try and prevent this kind of thing from ever happening again?
Here in Pennsylvania, our system may be a little different from other states. We have state correctional institutions, and then we have county jails. In this case, the Chester County Jail is run by Chester County officials. They'll answer those questions as to what occurred and what changes are ultimately going to be made. Certainly, the State Department of Corrections will be here to assist in any reviews or in any other work that they need done to make sure that that facility is secured. They obviously have a lot of work to do there, and I'm confident under the leadership of Chairwoman Moskowitz and District Attorney Ryan and other leaders in the county, they'll get that done.
Governor, is it estimated that the cost of the manhunt is about $1 million a day?
I can't, put a price tag on it. We'll do our best to make sure that whatever can be tallied up is and is shared with the public. At the state level, I can't speak for our local or federal partners.
Governor, you mentioned the pattern of what time of day he would travel. Were there any other patterns that you picked up on that were key in tracking him, containing him, and then ultimately catching him?
There were a number of things that that we picked up on, and he didn't follow the same pattern every single time. Seemed to like to travel via creek beds. He liked other paths of less resistance, wood lines, power lines, gas lines, that type of thing. And that's actually fairly normal. Nobody wants to have to force their way through very heavy underbrush and things. And again, I mentioned the time of day, but all of that combined with some outstanding work and technology is really what brought this to a successful conclusion.
How many people in Chester County are grateful for your efforts? I know you mentioned on Friday you were asked about containment and capture. Ultimately, that tactic was successful. Anyone that you would like to thank at this time? I know Land Hope donated breakfast yesterday. Wawa has been big help with lunch. Any small businesses you'd like to thank? And then again, the people of Chester County.
I will tell you that we have been compiling a list, and I don't want to stand here right now because I will absolutely miss many. Some of those that you mentioned have been outstanding supporters of us, and I thank them. We will publish a list of all who helped us out, because we are very, very appreciative. That level of support is really one of the things that allows our people to focus on the task at hand and to try and be successful even quicker than we might otherwise have to be. When I gave you all a tour of the facility in here, I talked a lot about logistics and the support that's required to field a team of 3, 4, 5 or more hundred law enforcement officers out there. It takes a lot to put it out there, and so the help of all of those folks, the help of the average person who stopped by and dropped off a case of water was very much appreciated, not only for the case of water, but also just for the kind thoughts of and words of support that they always included when they dropped that off.
And ultimately contained and captured, so that tactic was the way to go.
Yes, as I said, we always take a multifaceted approach. And so depending on the circumstances, there's always a contingency, and we're always prepared to move in whatever direction we need to. I'm sorry?
Were officers wearing any body cameras and all that?
I don't believe any officers on the tactical teams had them on.
The type of aircraft involved here with the heat-seeking equipment, is that a DEA aircraft? Was it fixed with drone, helicopter? Also, did the arrest happen in South Coast?
It was a DEA fixed-wing aircraft. I believe that's South Covington. I would have to look at a map. We were operating in several townships there, but again, it was north of Prizer and west of PA 100.
Sir, where were you when this all happened? And do you have a personal feeling of satisfaction for 14 days of very long, hard work? How does this feel for you this morning?
I was here in the command post when the capture occurred, and yes, I'm very happy that this occurred and that no one was injured. You know, it brought a new level of danger for all of our people out here in the field when we knew that he obtained a firearm. And so for me, the biggest sense of relief is that no one in the community was harmed and no law enforcement officer was harmed either. So that's the win.
Sir,
So,
were you mobile the whole time, or did you set up a base camp?
no, I believe he was more mobile the entire time.
Sir, what prison is he being transported to?
We're not releasing that, but it is going to be a state correctional facility, and once he is secure there, I believe they will release where he is being housed.
Lieutenant Colonel Bivens, you said that multiple people attempted to help him. Did he have any means of communication to reach out to those people and coordinate with them as to where he was?
He did not at the time that we captured him. Yes, ma'am.
They're asking if he tried to use the gun.
Well, as I addressed a few minutes ago, yes, he had the firearm with him. Yes, he was a threat. He did not have an opportunity. I believe he was taken by surprise, and I believe the canine played a large role in him not being able to utilize that firearm. What I would tell you is, again, that it is our last choice, our last preference to use lethal force. And so while there were other options, the team did the responsible thing, did what they're trained and what we expect, and they used other options. And again, lethal force is always the last option.
He's going in for questioning. What kinds of information you're going to be trying to get from him? Like what kinds of questions will he ask?
We have the criminal investigators that have been involved in this, everything from the escape up through the time that he has been on the run. I'm sure all of that will be included in their list of questions. Whether he'll choose to talk, I have no idea, and that will be his choice.
Can you assure and guarantee the public that this man will not escape again, because clearly he has the ability to do that? Can you say that now?
I can assure you he will not escape while he is in our custody. He will be turned over to a state correctional institution. I have every confidence that they will be able to safely and securely house him as well.
Lieutenant Colonel, was he in the perimeter of the perimeter that you had outlined yesterday? Was that?
He was.
He was.
Yes, sir.
How close to the edge of the perimeter was he? Where was the perimeter?
It was within the perimeter, and he would have been within a few hundred yards of the eastern edge of the perimeter.
Colonel, in terms of the public being involved, there was video surfacing of vigilantes in Chester County trying to get involved in this case. Moving forward, if something like this happens again, what would you tell the public in regards to getting involved in a case like this?
I would ask them the same thing that I asked this time, and that is, please don't come out and try to become involved like that. You potentially take away resources that would otherwise be spent on the search trying to deal with those individuals, and we don't want one of them to get hurt unintentionally.
How far was the capture from where the burglary happened last night?
Within a quarter mile.
Colonel, once processed,
It wasn't a burglary, it was an alarm, by the way, but
once processed, any idea in ballpark time until transfer?
it depends on whether he is cooperative and is interviewed. That could take minutes to hours, but I don't have the answer yet whether
Does
he's...
he have a lawyer? Do you know?
I'm not aware of that.
Sir, do we know if his sister and mother entered the country via Puerto Rico as well?
I don't believe his mother is here, and I don't have that information immediately available here about where they entered. As I said, his sister, though, is in the process of being deported now.
We have time for 2 more questions.
Lieutenant Colonel, after everything that you've been through, seen with Cavalcante, once that interpreter is there, do you plan on having a conversation with him, asking him anything about all this?
No. The investigators are quite competent. They'll gather the information that we believe is important if they're able to, and I'm confident that everything we need will be gathered in that way. There's no reason for me to have a personal discussion with him.
What's your message to anybody else who tried to escape?
Well, I think it's a very bad idea, obviously, and we will be here should something like this occur again, we'll put the team back together and we'll be right back out after them. Okay? Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody.
I think the applause says it all. It's rare to hear applause after a press conference like that, but the community itself is quite appreciative. As you can see. Okay, give me just 1 second. I'm trying to fix my camera over my shoulder, and this is the best I can get. I've got an overlay. I don't have a clean feed. We'll kill that audio there for a minute. I wanted to say a couple things here as we're still watching just a little bit of video from this morning. We'll review that. This is going back just a little bit. There was a funny question that was asked by a media member. I'm not sure if he just won a huge bet with a fellow reporter or not. But he asked in all seriousness, or at least in a serious tone, he raised his hand and he says, "Sir, was there any concern that Cavalcante would team up with another small person and climb in a trench coat and make an escape, a little rascal style?" And I don't think that reporter will get to ask any more questions from this particular Mr. Bevins. I don't think he'll ever ask that guy, but it was funny. Yes, we did play the audio this morning. I can take you back if you've missed that. We can bring you back to the audio that heard that 8:15 or well, let's see, 8:15 this morning. I think it was. We're going to play some audio. I'll play back just for a moment as the press conference is wrapping up here. Let's see. I think I need to let's bring this camera in. We have basically nothing to show, so let's switch here. I'll bring you back. I wish I could take the fact that I don't have an SD card, the battery is not in the device. I take that off the screen, but every time I do that, it shuts my camera off. So it might have overheated a little bit. We've put a lot of use on it. This is going to be the police scanner, the audio. First, let me kill the audio here. Oh wait, check this. Camera 2. That's an image of him right after they cleaned up his face. It was quite bloody at the time. That's after they wiped it down. He had a head wound that was bleeding. Basically, his whole face was covered. If you're missing a hoodie like that, or if you would like a hoodie like that and live in the area, I think if I heard the governor right, if you're missing a Philadelphia Eagles hoodie and you live in this area, you can call him and he'll give you a new one. Is that what you guys heard? I think it's a hoodie giveaway, courtesy of the governor. Let's see. What's your thoughts on them taking a photo with him? Picky, the thoughts, I think, yes, photographs of the inmate or the captured person are routinely taken. It is sort of like a bragging photo. It's a little bit of a flex. It's generally the photos are not supposed to be released publicly. It's not for that. They're used internally, and really look what they went through and look at the morale. I would say as long as they're treating him respectfully, as long as they're not shoving dirt in his mouth for the picture or something like that. They're treating him respectfully. He's in custody. They're taking care of him. I think it's not a problem for them to take a photo. But it all has to be tasteful as well. Patricia Clark, thank you for the super chat. A Nurse for God gave a huge super chat, a super sticker as well. She's been, I hesitate to add up how many gifts a Nurse for God has sent over the last few days. JSK76, thank you very much. I appreciate everybody who has been here and the subscribers. We've had the subscriber number just jump on the channel. It's been amazing. It was so much fun to watch this all with you. We're going to go back and activate some audio here. If I can turn off. Let's see, let's see, it's 3 on. Okay, I think I'm good here. We're going to go back and listen to the audio of the actual capture.
Unit 9-3.
We're going to start back here. This is a few minutes before.
Unit 9-3, stand 4. CP calling Unit 9-3, stand 4. CP calling Unit 9-3, stand 5.
It's at 8:14 a.m.
Unit 9-3, stand 5. You're something you just relieve, correct?
It's the website's just being hammered.
3242 to come in. And a gray Chevy Silverado pickup coming north on 100 from Flowing Springs. CP to all units on the perimeter. Stand by for message. CP to all units on the perimeter. Subject is in custody. Confirmed. Subject is in custody. Repeat and confirm. Subject is in custody. Confirming he is in custody.
That is just awesome. They caught him this morning after a long search. It started about 1 o'clock. They got a hit on him, or the cameras, the heat signature, the drone, or I believe it was the DEA plane, fixed wing plane, had him on the heat signature. They were following him around and positioning teams around him as he eventually went in a shed. As they moved in around the shed, I think he became aware that they were close by, and he tried to make an escape into the brush. He was ended up prone out on his belly trying to crawl through heavy brush. And at that point, they released the dog, and the dog bit him on the head. Is what happened. Bit him on the head. Was able to subdue him for the officers to come in and take him down without any further incident. So that is it. You got to play the celebratory scanner one, the one that happened right after that. Which one happened right after that? See 8. See, let's do dog is in custody. He's in custody. That's this one.
CP to all units on the perimeter. Subject is in custody. Confirmed. Subject is in custody. Repeat and confirm.
It's not even wanting to play right now. It's so overloaded. I'm not hearing the celebratory one. If there was one, I've missed it. It may not have been on the same patch channel that we're watching as well. All right. Questions, concerns, anything else? We're still getting some audio coming in, and it's acting up. Okay. Crime Sleuth said that it's on my channel. You can play it. Let me jump over to Crime Sleuth, and thank you, by the way. Let me see if I can find it. It might be difficult. Let me just say, Crime Sleuth has that audio if you want to hear the celebratory audio.
It's probably going to be shut down for a little bit. At least I got a lot of...
Crime Sleuth, can you type your YouTube tag, your handle, like the @ symbol with your with the channel name, so that people could type that in if they want to jump over there? That might be the easiest way to go there. Where do we go from here? Well, we go back to watching court unless there's another major incident. I'll say that. I just want to say thank you and welcome to all the new people. This is a fun community. I realize days like today, it gets a little crazy. This is like verdict watch day, and we get some pretty, you get some trolls is what we get in chat. Normally it's not like that, so thank you for your patience as we had some people that sort of went off the rails a little bit in chat. We tried to take care of that as much as we could. This is a fun community where, at the end of the day, we're friends. We like to just spend time together watching things like this and helping each other out and asking questions and getting answers. Sue Schneider gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. Debbie Long, this has been interesting. Love you, RA mods and members. Thank you as well. Here's what I say. It's over. We need to sit down. Everyone just take a break, deep breath, grab your favorite drink of pink lemonade, whatever it is you're going to relax with today. Take a sip. Thank the people around you that have helped out. Reach out to your neighbors. Just because it's done, the connections you've made during this chase and the people that have helped out and stuff, stay connected. Don't lose the things that were built during this time, and the community up there, the way they came together, everything. I think they're going to benefit a great deal from that. I'm looking forward to having a trip up to Pennsylvania on my bucket list to check out at least some gardens, and I've heard there's a great place to stay up there as well. Thanks for the tips on that on the burner phone. Celebratory 1 is on Central Police. Let me jump over to Central Police, see if I can find that. Do you have a timestamp, OG Sean, on that one? Let's see, filter, talk groups. You said Central Police, group or dispatch? We'll do both. Central Police. Come on. I think the website's crashing. I think it's gone down. Big shout out to Luke Brandt, who built this website, the Open Megahertz website. We had to contact him a couple times over this pursuit as we maxed out the capacity of the website at least twice and possibly a third time now. He's been helpful and be able to literally just up the capacity, pay the extra money to add additional servers, CPUs on the back end to make this process better. And he's been a huge help that way. So thank you very much, Luke. Nicholas Blake. I have to do a shout out again to the two cameramen on the ground, Nick the Hat and JLR Investigates. Both of them were not there during the end of this, the very end of this, but they've been so valuable in just getting information from the front lines and to the front lines in many cases. And I appreciate both of them being willing to allow us to share their streams on our channel. Big shout out and congratulations to JLR for hitting 100,000 subscribers during this. Nick started his YouTube channel during this and has grown phenomenally. That's we just want to say a big thank you for the service they provided to the community and the help they gave to us. RKS says, thank you to your coverage, and to Nick and JLR. I'm a local with you guys, and you guys were the best source available. I'm a new fan. Thank you very much, RKS 328. Amy Matney says, Recovery Addict, Brandy Churchwell, Judge Simpson, all at once, maxed on devices. I may be a true crime addict. Yes, if you guys want something to do today, Brandy, are you live right now? Let me just say, if you want to still see something true crime related, but maybe it's just a little less intense than what has been happening here, as we're all just still in party mode that he has been captured. Brandy Churchwell's channel is one I highly recommend, and I just want to see if she's live. Just 1 second here. You won't be disappointed. She shares a lot of the same community members that we have on our channel, and we cover sometimes the same things as well. I'm not seeing if Brandy's live. Oh, no, it's upcoming. Let's see, when is that supposed to start? At 8:45. December 13th. Okay. It says upcoming still, so she might be live here in just a moment, like any moment now. Scheduled September 13th at 8:45. Can somebody tell me if Brandy's going to go live this morning? Brandy was in chat earlier. James and Cynthia today. We're going to try to find that. I've got to do some research. Honestly, I don't even know where to start. I've got to sort of assemble everything again to switch modes. Thank you for your see a need, fill a need response to community in this community building. A pickle for you. Thank you, wishful thinking. The website's crashed for me, OG Sean. I won't be able to pull that up tonight. Thanks for the link, though. I'll have to listen to that. We might listen to that later. Can you provide the burner number again? I would like to treat you to Longwood. I will send you tickets when you're ready for a visit. Denise, that is awesome. I think we would love that. The burner phone is I'll type it in chat. If I can get it to work. Right here. Too many keyboards. Make sure I wrote it right. That's it. Right there. There's the burner right there. Ivan says James and Cynthia were dismissed today. Brandy is live now. Awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to portal us over to Brandy. I'm not set up right now to have a live stream following trial. There's a lot of work that goes into setting up a live stream for a trial and information gathering for me, as well as some back-end paperwork. Sometimes it has to be filed with the courts and everything else. So what I would like to do is I'd like to pass you over to Brandy, just to give you, for those who aren't familiar with the true crime world and have stumbled across this. Brandy is a friend that I met during the Alex Murdaugh trial. She was putting together information about all the technical stuff that was happening as we're trying to figure out what happened in what order during the trial. She did that in a great job on a chart on Twitter. We talked her into coming on YouTube as a guest on the channel, and shortly after she started a YouTube channel, and it's just blooming. She has an amazing, cute dog. She's down on the beach down there in Florida. She has a great oceanfront view of the beach and just provides some great court feeds and analysis. Incredible guests. She oftentimes will get the defense attorneys or major key players in a court case after it's over to pop onto her show for an interview, and she's really good that way. I think you will love her. So we're going to redirect that way and tell her thank you so much. She's been a huge support of our channel as well and has just amazing moderators, amazing everything. Brandy's live. Can we watch a replay of Judge Simpson's James and Cynthia? I don't have it set up. I do apologize. To everyone who gave a super chat, who gifted memberships, who joined, thank you so much to the moderators who made this all possible. I could not do this without you. This is not a one-man show. I said this earlier today. So much of this, I'm pushing the buttons and drawing the pieces together, but behind the scenes, even people that haven't been recognized, who haven't even shared their name with me, have been texting me and letting me know when things are breaking and locations and give me information about, so I can learn the geography of the area where I'm not native to the area. It's really just been incredible to see the community at large come together and each provide what they can, and then me at the end, I get to be on screen and push the buttons, but really it's just I'm showing you what so many other people are doing to make this possible. So a big thanks to every single one of you. That is awesome. We're going to take a break. I'm going to take my wife on a date. I haven't seen her for the past week, so we will do that. I'm going to portal you over to Brandy Churchwell. What that means is when this is all over, and you have to wait till everything ends and the YouTube finally says the channel ends, it sometimes takes like 15 or 30 seconds after we stop. You'll have the opportunity to jump right over to Brandy Churchwell's channel and pick up what she's doing. To those who are with Brandy and have been there, please welcome the new people. Help them understand what is happening a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a trial by fire for some people as they jump in and say, "Hang on, how does this work?" And many people have not watched a court case in this way, are not even know that this sort of thing is possible. And Brandy's going to be a great introduction that way. I'm going to finish my waffles, which I have not yet. It's date day for me and my wife. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, from me, from my wife. Her name is Jen. I call her Mrs. RA on the channel. And from our kids who are just so excited every time we get interaction from you and they see the super stickers and absolutely love them. From the people who've been sending cool little toys to my kids in the P.O. box, thank you. This is the most amazing community on the internet, and I thank you for that. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again. And maybe tomorrow morning, I might need a full day break to get up to speed. But we will be back, and I look forward to spending whatever we're doing time with you and enjoying that. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you.